Yo, Prophet Kid.
What's good, MAD?
See, this is the noises we hear on the roads all the time. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
All these guys just acting like they're top and everything.
Foolishness.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bruv, I feel
Just making this track to expose everything. You know what I mean?
Expose it all,
Yeah.
cuz.
Yeah. People kept on asking me, when are you gonna change? If you receive the consequences, you're the one to blame. Not the devil, he just gives you things like pride and fame and constantly play mad games with your brain. And today around 7, a friend called me and asked me, if you died today, would you go to heaven? Made me stand back and think about my sins and all the atrocities in future it will bring. So I thought that I will sing, praise God's name and thank him for all the love and joy that it brings. I've learned a lot of things, like when you're just about to do a bad thing, your good conscience kicks in and lets you step back and think. That's when you ask, should I step back or commit this sin? All you gotta do is make the right choice, cause if you make the wrong choice, nah, you won't rejoice.
This is the world that we live in.
Guys locked up in their minds like in prison.
This is the world that we live in.
Turn to Jesus cause the star has risen.
This is the world that we live in.
Guys locked up in their minds like in prison.
This is the world that we live in.
Turn to Jesus cause the star has risen.
Life's getting crazy, roads are just hot. Cause the man them walk around with the blades, but man's not. Cause I met a man named Jesus, see, and he's helping me in every step I take in reality. He told me you only got one life, use it properly, don't roll with the gun or the knife. Doing that creates more confusion in your life. Don't do it if you want a good job, children and wife. And I try to talk to brethren, but they just won't listen. Instead they roll with the shank like they're on a mission. This is the only way I could express it to them, through these lyrical bars and lyrical content. Put the gats on the floor like you're under arrest. Write these bars of hype, meaning and zest. Listen to God if you don't want a bullet in your chest. Cause the life that we're living nowadays is contest. This is the world that we live in.
Guys locked up in their minds like in prison.
This is the world that we live in.
Turn to Jesus cause the star has risen.
This is the world that we live in.
Guys locked up in their minds like in prison.
This is the world that we live in.
Turn to Jesus cause the star has risen. Think twice, the bad choice will haunt you, and in future you will get your payslip. What I'm trying to say is, this is just basic. Step back and think, man, this is no matrix. And it hurts me so much to say this, but guys often pick the bad choice, that's the favorite. Thinking they're heroes, like in animations, I'm rating them 0, they're deceiving the population. Let's go rob some guys, yeah, that's a regular. Let's not ever fight, that's not a regular, cause guys wanna be top, prove they're not scared. My opinion is that their hearing is impaired, cause they never heard God calling them, telling them to back off and avoid any revenge. Like rain coming down from the sky, they just descend. Opposite to a healthy plant, they just bend.
This is the world that we live in.
Guys locked up in their minds like in prison.
This is the world that we live in.
Turn to Jesus cause the star has risen.
This is the world that we live in.
Guys locked up in their minds like in prison.
This is the world that we live in.
Turn to Jesus cause the star has